for the hairdo. Me and Cambry are out here. We're gonna get some bait, and then me and Cambry are gonna make some carp bait. We're gonna fish for catfish and carp today. So, we've tried everything else. We're in floodwater conditions. We're on a little backwater creek right now. And if you can't tell by looking at that bank over there, the water's literally up in the trees, guys. Now we do have some clear water mixed in. This is where it starts to settle out a little bit. The current ain't much back here. But I think this is where me and Cambry are gonna come set up and catch some giants. We got a bridge close by if we need to get out of the rain. So yeah, me and Cambry are kind of excited about this spot, to say the least. Let's see if we can't get some kind of form of bait. A little hard to throw this net off here with this bimini top, but you gotta make do with what you gotta make do with.
I always make alive on Grandma's phone.
Oh, hey, that ain't too bad right there, guys. That's better than what we've been catching in the river. And we don't need that much shad. We need a couple shad. We need about 10. And if we need to, we'll come back and catch more. I'm thinking this backwater fishing, guys, I'm thinking it's gonna be the deal.
I think we might come here every day.
But we're passing over some fish right now.
Michael, we might come here every day.
Yeah?
For shad woods.
We might start coming here more often, that's for doggone sure.
Move the shads going on.
I don't think we can take the boat here when it's... Oh yeah, we got some more shad there. We're averaging 3 or 4 casts. That's better than what we've been getting. And there are blue cats in here, and there are channel cats in here, and there are bound to be flatheads in here. Yeah, but we got some baits for flatheads. Sorry about my butt being in the picture, but that's what it is. I'm gonna throw these in the front live well, guys.
Because we haven't used them in a long time.
What's up, everybody? We're just getting some bait before we fish this backwater creek, guys. We didn't go live yesterday because it was pouring cats and dogs, and it might start today, but for now, we are here. That's always good. You think that's funny, girl? We just want a few shad, and then we're gonna go set up and start fishing, guys.
10.
10? 10's a good number. I like that number.
Yeah.
But you know what? We got a few more than 10, and that's all right too. So, all right, guys, let's go. Let's put these in the live well, and let's go make some pack bait. Hey, what's up? Catch anything? Yeah, shad so far. We caught a good blue cat yesterday. That video will be going. I didn't drop it till 1:30 because I know some folks are at church, and I wanted to drop it what I felt like was the best time. Colin G, what's up? Oliver, what's up? Hey, you guys, give me a second. I'm gonna put these shad in this live well, and I'm gonna kick it on. I'm gonna turn you guys around like this so you can see what we've got going on here.
Michael, 2 days until I go to Bible school.
Awesome. Cambry has 2 days until she goes to Bible school, guys. She's super excited, and I'm excited that she's excited. You guys, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go right over here to this bend. We're gonna work our way around this creek. But I know where some structure is, and I wanna go drop some live baits on it while we have them. Because I got a few bluegill. And this water also back here is slack, okay? And the whole river is blown out right now. And so I have a feeling that there's some crappie in here. So we're gonna take one of our crappie jigs, we're gonna put it under a peg float, and we're gonna cast it out too, because we got some, there's like clear water veins. I don't know if the camera's picking them up, but there'll be like spots in between the muddy sections. I don't know how to explain it other than almost like clouds of clear water. That's the best way that I can explain it. But in this situation, all the bait is up here. And so I feel like there's gonna be some crappie up here, possibly some white bass, hybrids, you never know. But for sure, we're probably gonna catch a catfish, and hopefully we catch a giant carp. that is the goal for the day. She picked out carp fishing.
The bird is eating all the fish.
Yep, that bird over there is eating all the bags blasted fish, ain't he? We're gonna go park under this bridge just that way in case it starts raining we can. I feel like we'll be better off over there. And if after the rain, we're gonna go back up that way and we're gonna hit a creek bend, but we're kind of idling to our spot. We don't want to go full blast because we don't want to stir up the fish.
You don't want to get around. The little bitty bean keeps jumping out of the water.
Yeah, I know where there's some structure here. So we're gonna go, these casts are all gonna be short, guys. Right off the back of the boat, we're gonna go ahead and turn off the graph. I don't know if the fish hear that or not, but they say they do, so we're gonna turn it off.
We don't need a graph anyways because the fish keep jumping everywhere.
Yep, we don't need a graph. We know where the fish are, don't we, Bam Bam?
Yep, they keep jumping.
We're gonna cut in right here. And you guys just bear with me, guys. This channel's about 19 foot deep, and we're gonna just fan cast this area, try to get it between the floating trash and debris. That's what we're gonna try to do. We're going over some junk right now, but that's all right. We are officially anchored. Officially, unofficially anchored. All right, guys, let's turn that off. We're gonna get some fishing poles casted out and we'll chat with you guys some more then. Let's scoot you back here, and then me and Camber are gonna make some carp bait after I get these fishing poles casted out. All right, guys? Let me see what all you guys can see. You guys can see fairly well. This Bimini top is taking up a little bit of your viewing area, but it's kind of got to be that way right now, this weather we're having. Ain't that right, Cambry?
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna put out some small shad. Let's get that's my tackle box right there. It is in the shape of a box, so it is therefore a tackle box.
Okay.
We're gonna kind of chum them up a little bit, I guess, because you never know. Let's get the old Hellcat casted out there.
Those pretty flowers.
Just hoping to catch some fish on this rod and put it to good use. I'm gonna hook a shad head on there. We got like a little 5/0 hook on there. And I'm actually gonna cast this one up the current. Back towards the area we were. Back towards the area where we were just throwing at fish. Guys, there could be big blues in here. I mean, this is on a good river. This here Backwater Creek. And me and Cambry, we've tried everything else this week fishing. And I just know this has to be the juice, guys. I'm gonna get right back with you guys and talk to you guys and everything as soon as I can get these lines in the water. I gotta get a live bluegill out there working.
I see a little fishy.
Do you?
Yeah, look. See them?
Yeah. We'll mess with him in a little bit.
Yeah. I can catch them later. Here.
Oh. There's our old bluegill right there, guys. It's time. Let's get him out there. Get him working. We got a green sunfish here, guys. We're gonna hook him right through the roof of the mouth. Just like that. Look how lively he is. We're going for a big flathead, guys. We love a big flathead. right over there where I just casted, guys, there's some red bricks that run off into the water. And so that's perfect structure for a big flathead. Now we're just gonna cast out some smaller, medium-sized baits. We're gonna use these 2 poles actually for carp. And so we're gonna cast out a piece on this rod. So we're only gonna end up with like 3 catfish rods, or 4 catfish rods, because the rest of them we're using for carp. Me and Cambry are about to show you our version of carp bait. Give me 1 second, guys, and I'll catch up on the comments.
Oh, I don't know what that was.
I've still actually got to set up the other camera too, just in case we get a flathead that's, or a blue cat that's worthy of putting on video. We're gonna put 2 down here. We've got 2 going off the other direction of the boat. It won't hurt to have 2 going the other way. And I've seen some big carp in here, so we're just gonna put the carp rods right off the back of the boat.
Did you literally just catch a fish and then lose it?
No, I was casting it out, baby.
Why do I keep seeing fish?
Oh, this creek has got fish in it. It's thick with fish.
I know.
It's crazy, Bam Bam. All right, we got us another shad. We're gonna flapper this dude so we'll have a bigger fish bait. And I'll show you what that looks like after I flapper it.
The birds are flying around because they want your food that you're making for the fish. Even the bugs want it.
All right, guys. Whoa. That's what flapper bait looks like. Yeah, she is cute. That's flapper bait right there. Yeah, let's catch fish. You guys give me just a second. And me and Cambry are gonna start making some carp bait. I might have to go ahead and throw a brick out in front of the boat. I don't know yet. Probably will, just to keep the boat from coming undone. Golly, that hook is super sticky. Hopefully that translates into a catfish for us.
When are we gonna make the food?
We're gonna make it here in just a second, baby.
Well,
Let me. Well, get you some food. You can eat your food, ding dong.
I didn't even eat the food, but still.
I know.
I woke up late.
I know it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and set this brick up in these weeds over here, guys. Where are we fishing? I can't tell you yet, but I'll tell you guys in a future video. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the weeds up there so that way our boat will stay still. And we don't have to worry about drifting off. We got a good setup here going. We're here for the long haul on today. Me and Cambry, as soon as she's done eating that, we're gonna make this carp bait.
I gotta help.
Yep, she's gotta help me. And then we're gonna try and catch a carp, guys. And we may even cut, if we catch one small enough, we'll probably cut it up for bait too. G3 Sportsman 1710. Hey, you guys go ahead and double tap that screen. I'd really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. This is probably neither here nor there for you guys, but I'm this close from being monetized on YouTube, and it's pretty cool. No, it's not a pontoon. Here, I'll give you guys a quick tour. It's actually like a college kid tournament bass boat. It's got, there's the rod locker. I use that for life jackets. There's the front live well, like storage for like stuff. That one I use for trot line stuff. That front hatch I use for my throw net and stuff like that. This back one is a huge live well for storing your catch, but I use it for bait because it's right here. Sometimes I put the pedestal seat on, sometimes I don't. That compartment has the gas tank in it, which this thing came off of there. I need to put it back on there. I've got it at the house. This I use for tackle and stuff like that. There's my power pack, keep my batteries charged. That box is just a thick styrofoam box that I like. It keeps all my terminal tackle, leaders and stuff like that. I don't like them sitting outside because they get moisture, and the heat wears out your line, but moisture rusts your hooks. And so that's all of my terminal tackle. I take that inside every time I go in. Yeah, I bought this aftermarket. I actually bought this on Amazon, the roof. And so yes, it's a bass boat with a roof. But when you use your bass boat to go catfishing, crappie fishing, perch fishing, carp fishing now, it only makes sense to have a roof on it, especially when you got kids. And sitting in the sunlight for 10 hours a day will wear on you. Yeah, it's all right. It's a pretty good boat. If I had it to do again, since we mostly catfish, you can tell it kind of gets junked up a little bit, which that's just a blanket and an extra rain jacket because it's supposed to rain today. That's hooks, sinkers. Got to have a paddle on your boat. Fire extinguisher, everything's up underneath there. But if I had it to do again, I would want an open floor plan, like all of that, all of this stuff gone. But as of right now, I don't have it to do again, so we're gonna make the best of the situation at hand. And yeah, we're gonna try to catch some fish. Are you done eating, Bam Bam? While she's eating that, I'm gonna go ahead and
I'm done.
You're done? Okay, give me a second, baby.
Can I show them my fireflies?
Yeah, you can show them your fireflies. I'm gonna set up my other camera just in case we catch a fish worth having on video. Because you never know, you know. And as soon as we don't roll this camera, we'll just have it on a live, which would be really cool because I don't think I've ever caught a big catfish on live. I've caught smaller catfish on a live. No, I caught a good catfish on a live. I forget. I caught one on a Hellcat. I caught about a 10-pounder on a live. So it wasn't necessarily a giant, but it was still a catfish nonetheless. All right, we're gonna set this here. Put this here. Me and Bam Bam are gonna get that camera turned on, guys. All right, Cambridge. We got that camera turned on. I don't know what to do with my phone. Oh, there's my phone. So we're just gonna hit record. Okay, that's recording. Now, real quick, like, I already forgot something.
A shovel. There.
Let's see, I have some bags on this boat. I keep a deal of Ziploc bags. That jacket is driving her crazy. Yeah, unfortunately, with the river being so high, she should probably be wearing it, but we're in a backwater creek, so she can actually take it off. But no, it's not my only boat. We have a little flat bottom too.
He's free right now, but the other one, he's trying to give it back to the owner.
Now we have a little flat bottom that's a like a 10-foot John boat, and then it has like a, I think it's a 3.5 horse motor, 3.5 or 3 horse motor, guys. For starting on this recipe, we're going to take a can of panko, and we're going to put it.
Do fireflies bite?
I don't know. No, they don't bite. Camry, I need your help with this recipe. You got to put your bug up.
Firefly.
Yeah, put your firefly up.
I have more than one.
We're going to take a pack of cherry jello. Randolph, Frank, that's
Ew.
awesome.
I got wet. Water dripped on me.
This is the boat that we can afford, so it's the boat we got.
Looks good.
And it's good enough for what we do.
Plus, it's gooder than that boat that we have. That smells good.
Yeah, it does smell good. You want to pour the corn in?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to let Camry pour in the corn.
That's cool. How do you even use that thing?
Yeah, my boat's a 1710, so it's literally, it's 17 foot 10 inches, but the title says it's 18 feet, but I think on the title they measure back to the back of the motor. I don't really know, but whatever. Whatever's clever. Here you go, Bam Bam. Dump that in there.
Oh.
Dump it in there fast, baby.
Oh.
Dump it fast.
I bet that's good to the fishies.
I bet so too.
I'll eat the rest.
Okay. Now we're just gonna mix this up.
Are you making it just like last time?
Yep. All right,
Kind
guys.
that I like.
We're gonna get this. We're gonna get a hair rig set up, so we can try to get us on one of them carps.
Why do they like raw corn?
You know, Cambry, I don't know.
Well, it tastes the same.
We're actually. Let me find the. Now, the thing about this corn is it's gonna float us up off the bottom, guys.
Is that fake? Is it made out of fishies and worms?
Goodbye, Randolph Frank. Anyhow, guys, this artificial corn, it floats your hook up off the bottom. So yeah, we're gonna put a couple pieces of this on the hook, so it'll float the hook up. And what's up, Braxton? Anyways, guys, we're gonna get these poles casted out so we can get on these carp. Carp can be a blast to catch. They fight hard, probably the hardest fighting freshwater fish there is. Randolph Frank, peace out. Bye. Anyhow, this artificial corn is,
This is a spider.
that's okay. It's got some kind of flavoring on it. And it's really weird because it actually smells like corn.
I want to smell it.
Smell it, baby. The bag's right there. We're just gonna put some pieces on. We're just gonna put some pieces on there. It's supposed to be made out of insects somehow.
Ew, it stinks.
I have no idea how many pieces it's gonna take to float this hook up off the bottom. So, yeah. That ought to do it.
Do fish eat bugs?
Now what we're gonna do, hang on baby, sit down so that way you're not in front of the camera. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get a handful of this panko, cherry, and corn. And since I forgot my DIY method lead feeders, we're not casting far anyway, so it shouldn't matter. I'm gonna push the sinker into the middle of it, I'm gonna squeeze the bait.
Where's my blanket?
I'm gonna squeeze it on there like that until it forms a ball. Make a mess all over the boat. Okay, no I'm not. I'm just gonna broadcast it and then cast into that area. So, I'm gonna cast that right there. That bluegill's getting active, guys. I think something's got him. It would be so cool to catch a freaking flathead on a live. We're gonna put some corn on this fishing pole. What are you doing, Bam Bam? Besides knocking over my cameras.
I don't know.
Well, sit down, baby. Thank you. We're gonna put some artificial corn on this one. And the crazy thing is, guys, this could catch us channel catfish too. Not just carp. I'm gonna read the back of this Zerp artificial corn bag to you guys here in a second. Just 'cause I think it's funny.
Can you read it to me too?
Yeah, I'll read it to you too. Came out of his mouth. All right, let's get a fresh bait on that one. This one just got bit, guys, but it had a log on it too, so. We'll just pitch that in the weeds. I'm telling you guys, I feel like this is the spot. If we put in some time here, we're gonna get some good fish.
Will I get to reel one in?
Well, yeah, silly. Heck yeah. I'm almost wondering if we shouldn't have out 2 live bluegills, you know what I mean? Ew. All right, let's get out this next one, guys. Pretty deep here. I want to recast this one real quick just because it's got debris on it. Yeah, it's still got bait, but it's all tangled up too, so. I figured as much. Bring in the slack. crazy how narrow this creek is, but how deep it is. Mosquitoes are back here. We're gonna have to get out the bug spray in a minute. Mosquitoes are definitely back here.
I'm not getting bit by them.
Well, I am.
I don't need it.
You don't need no bug spray?
No.
Okay.
Why do they drink your blood?
I don't know, because they're weird. All right, guys, I wanted to read you guys the back of this bag. It says, this is the bait that we're using, the artificial bait. Thank you. It says, the baits are molded of reality insects with high quality materials and craftsmanship. Let fishers can more easy to use baits, do wiggle or twitch skills outstanding. Effective objects, bass, mandarin fish, trout, and catfish. Good only for fishing. Keep away from children. Professional lure. So first time using this. Yeah. Hopefully it works. Hopefully it works. Now, in the meantime, we're gonna rig up one of our hand ties and put it on a peg float and just let it float around, because there could be crappie in here or white bass or anything, guys. So we might as well. What, baby?
Or
What?
Or
Hopefully we can get bit. It'd be cool to have something else for bait other than a bluegill and shad. By the way, we're not professional carp fishermen. We just are just trying this out. We've caught them on accident before, but all right, I'll show you guys what we got for a jig selection.
look at his head.
Never heard of it? Yeah, I hadn't either. I just looked on Amazon and that's what I found. I think we're gonna tie one of these murder hornets on.
What's a murder?
That's a crappie jig, baby.
And it's also a bug. Did you know that?
Yep, I did know that. Some of these jigs got wet somehow. Anyway, and I think we're gonna put a monkey milk on the bottom. So these are our own hand ties, guys, if you're new to the channel. But yeah, we're gonna throw them around and see if we can't run into something. I might use this murder hornet with the eye versus the one with the black head. And we're gonna try that and see what happens, guys. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. So does Cambry. And yeah, let's try and catch something other than a catfish. We'll have to work around all the other rods and reels, but there's a little bit of current in here. So we'll rig up a float and we'll let it float around.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, I know, that's what I said. We're gonna have to get out the bug spray. It's sitting right next to you, Cambry. It's right there.
Under the fishing poles.
Yeah, you'll be all right. You can get it.
can't even get.
Here. You guys, she's gonna absolutely lose it if we catch a carp.
You, girl. No, I ain't.
You're not going to?
I'm not gonna lose my carp.
No, I didn't mean lose your carp. I mean lose it, like, because it's gonna be so cool.
What's a carp?
You know what a carp is. Quit being silly.
Stay away. You're just surrounding me with it.
I'm good, baby. Just put it in the floorboard. Great. Now I don't know what to do with that other jig. There it is. It's gonna be freaking cool if we catch a flathead out of here too. So. If we don't get bit here in like 30 or 40 minutes, we got another spot in mind, so.
What?
Yep.
Is this a ladybug?
Where?
Right here.
No, it's a lightning bug.
No, it's a firefly. Did you not know that?
Mm-mm.
Nope, you can't fly away. You're slick, buddy.
Alright guys, let's try to catch something. There's this concrete pillar over here. If we're lucky, we might get bit on it.
Ew. Fireflies light eggs. Ew.
We're gonna just drop it straight down underneath the boat. There's a lot of brush back here. Like I said before, there should be some crappie back here, guys. One of the best ways I know to find the crappie is to just take a peg float and set it about 6 foot deep and let it float around, because there's shad running around here about 6 foot. And you could get a white bass or a crappie. Or catch a mixed bag and catch both.
Don't do mixed bag.
Don't do mixed bag? Well, we really ain't got a choice.
Why?
Because it'll be what it'll be up to the fish, I guess. We're just gonna cast it out there and let it float around in a 6 foot deep bag. There's a little bit of turbulence here, not much. It's the calmest turbulent spot in the whole river. That's why I think it could possibly.
Except for when the fish jump out the water.
Yeah, what can be said.
Because I just saw a fish jump right by when the fish is gone. Those little guys are cute. This fish.
I'm gonna come catch you up on the chat, say what's up to everybody. How's everyone doing? I appreciate you mentioning 40 in the chat and only 8 likes. Happy Father's Day, everyone. GFSDHFSS, I appreciate you. Yeah, everybody please go ahead and do that. Like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we get to catch fish together today, guys. Me and Bam Bam have been putting in the time. The catfish have been spawning the past 3 weeks, and so we've caught fish, but it's been a grind. Yesterday is the first time in 3 weeks that we've caught a decent fish. But yet we're still out here, guys. We're grinding it out well, we grind it out all week, really. From catching the bait, keeping the bait alive, planning the trips, planning the gear, tying the jigs. We literally are grinding all week, plus work, you know. Family stuff, work around the house, all that stuff. So we literally have been grinding. I mean, we stay on the grind. We stay on the grind, trying to get fishing content out, trying to keep up with regular life and routine.
I can literally see through the water.
You can see through the water.
Over there.
Yeah, it's the only clear spot on the whole river, ain't it?
Yeah. That's probably where we could catch the most minnows.
You think so?
Yeah, if they were there.
Oh.
But I haven't even checked because I'm barefoot and it hurts my feet.
Well, put your shoes on, ding dong.
I know, it was wet.
Hey, get us a soda, Camber.
That's what I was about to do. I was about to really. Why do you call
If we don't get bit here, hand me that can, baby. So you don't get your toe. So you don't get your toe in it.
And then I have a can toe.
If we don't get bit in another like 30 minutes, guys, we'll slide on maybe down the creek. I don't know. I don't want to get too far away from this bridge because we do have 2 inches of rain coming today. We'll probably have to end the live when the rain comes just so I don't get my phone wet because this bimini top will only do so much. We'll be stuck fishing under this bridge. If it's dry enough, we'll run the live. But we're doing good. DJ Smith, I appreciate it.
Michael, here.
Thank you, baby.
Now I'm going to come over here and look.
Hopefully, we get a big fish before the rain comes. Ambry's up the front of the boat looking for minnows in the weeds, guys.
Yeah, so I can see if they're there, so I can see if we'll have to stay here to catch some.
I guess we could work that bobber instead of just letting it hang out in the same area.
Go back. It's in the water.
I think it's actually caught up in one of my lines. Actually, why it's sitting still. That would be the issue. We need to get it casted more the opposite direction. this boat will at some point become a structure for them. And the fish will start moving up and get comfortable around the boat, and they'll start setting in and around the boat, guys. And the sooner they do that, the better. Probably not until Camber gets bored of trying to catch minnows. That ain't gonna happen though. I figured we already have some carp action throwing out that good bait. Oh, now I'm married and happily married, so we're just here to talk about fishing. I'm just gonna let everybody know that. I appreciate everybody for stopping in. But yeah. You catch any minnows, Bam Bam?
Nope. I did catch a weird water spider bug. I don't know what it was, but it was a baby, so I let it go. I don't know what it was. But I keep seeing Chester Chadwick's dumping. I haven't caught any yet. This was first two.
Hey baby, I need you to quit rocking the boat, baby.
It was a mosquito. It almost bit me.
Okay, well. Well, about time to sit down, sweetheart. Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Hey, sit down.
What?
We just got bit, guys.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Well, it'd be a good sign when you quit rocking the boat, silly. So I need you to sit down for a minute. At least until we catch this fish. Yeah, there you go. We got thumped and I was BSing instead of paying attention, guys. Bam Bam. Hey, sweetheart. Did you get a minnow?
No, I'm chasing a buck.
Oh.
Just out in the water. But I won't catch them yet. I think they're not even in the weeds. I think they're somewhere else. Oh, don't you? Because I keep seeing mosquito fish.
I want to cast out another catfish rod just to up our chances, but...
And I just want to drag my net beside the boat because I kept seeing them jumping beside the boat.
We can legally run 7 fishing rods.
You always say that.
I know, I want to let them know because it varies from state to state. DJ Smith, I appreciate it. Anyways, we can legally run 7 rods. We got 6 out, but in this spot that we're in, no, I guess we do got 7. Let me see, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We do have 7 rods out. Okay. We got 1 out with jigs on it, floating around with a cork. We got the flapper shad, the live bluegill, and the 2 carp rods, and then cut shad over here on this side. You guys can't see the ones on this side. I need to see if there's a way. Watch out, Bam Bam. I need to see if there's a way that I can make this to where you can see all of the back of the boat. I don't know. We can do what we can do. The limiting factor on this is that we have the bimini top on. Usually I set you guys all the way at the front of the boat and you can see everything, but trying to make it to where you can see takedowns.
That corn smells good.
It does, don't it? Trying to make it to where you guys can see takedowns. With the bimini top on, it's kind of difficult too, but we can't run today without the bimini top because it is gonna rain 2 inches. I don't even know what time it's supposed to rain 2 inches, but it's just supposed to.
I thought that was a frog.
I think it's going to be at 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. But that's why we're close to this bridge. Yesterday, me and Cambry, we went to a bridge, threw out our anchor. It rained for an hour and a half or so. And guys, we just stayed underneath the bridge the entire time it rained, and we never really got wet. The front of the boat got wet, but we didn't.
Yeah, and it got hot.
Yeah, it got hot too.
Well, it got warm, but not hot.
It's been raining all night. In theory, it should have been the perfect conditions to come out here and catch fish, but we haven't caught one yet, so. And Cambry still hasn't settled down yet.
But I just saw 1,000 fish jump by the boat.
I know it.
What happened? That was confusing. Bye-bye. I only caught sticks and seagrass.
I just figured this spot would be a good spot to come set up because nobody's been here, guys.
Not even you?
I appreciate it. I'm on the crime time.
What was that?
Bam Bam, give me that bug spray. I usually don't use bug spraying, but we're in here, back here on these backwaters. And like I said, when we're out on the, what'd you do, baby?
It stabbed my leg.
When we're on the main river, usually mosquitoes aren't an issue. But we're back here on this backwater creek, and the water's, I guess, good enough for the mosquitoes to inhabit these waters. On the moving water, they're not that bad, but back here, they're horrible. Anyway, hopefully that's enough off all over me. Like I said, I usually don't use that stuff at all. But there are times. I'd run a balloon rig and a live bait and just let it swim around, but there's so many gar back here that keep turning over on the top. I'm afraid that they would just do exactly that. I would just end up catching gar all day or getting my bait robbed all day. One of the two. They're not giant gar. They're just,
Gar.
yeah, they're typical long-nosed gar and spotted gar, I think. There are probably a few alligator gar mixed in, but they're all shorter. All the ones I've seen are all small.
Even the baby ones that we caught, the flathead in your tank ate.
Yep. We have a pet flathead that has a problem with eating. He eats everything we put in the tank. We had a baby gar. If you check us out on TikTok, ThatDamFishingGuy, we had a pet gar, and he ate all the other gar. Like, he was the dominant gar, I guess. And they were just fry. They were like an inch and a half long, maybe. And he killed the other 4 gar, and then the flathead ate him. And so, but it was going to be cool to raise a gar from a fry to, you know, whatever.
Ew.
We usually keep fish for about a year from fry, and then we raise them and see how big they grow, like figure out how they act and what they do.
Look at this.
What you got, baby?
This.
Yep.
It's acting like a fish.
Yep.
He keeps flopping around. You can go back in the river.
But anyhow, yeah, it was going to be really cool to raise the gar, but didn't pan out, so. And if anyone's wondering what the habits of flathead catfish are, they're more or less hide all day, wait till you're not looking, and then eat everything that you put cool in there, and then laugh at you while he hides under his rock all day.
He doesn't belong with the rock.
Huh?
He doesn't have to stay under the rock.
Yeah, but he thinks he does.
You need to take his rock away.
He has a rock in the tank, and he just hides underneath it, and Cambry's telling me that I need to take his rock away. that's like his comfort zone. So we're about to turn him loose probably this week. We might make a video turning him loose. I don't know yet.
What about Crawdaddy?
We're gonna have to turn him loose too. He eats everything I put in there too. We got a crawdad that we got. He was like this big. Now he's huge, and he turned blue.
His claws. I got pinched by a crawdad.
Okay, all those videos you guys see about crawdads being like blue, and they're like going viral for blue crawdads and stuff, saying they're rare. All you literally have to do is catch a crawdad out of your yard, put him in a fish tank, keep good clean water in there, feed him minnows and night crawlers, and you pretty much change his diet to just minnows and night crawlers, and he will turn solid blue. And he may be on some of my videos actually, or actually I know he is somewhere on there. I'll put a short up of him so that way if you guys want to check him out later, sometime during this week I'll put a video of him up before I release him or something. But if you want a crawdad and you want him to turn blue, all you have to do is feed him minnows and night crawlers. I guess you can go viral saying that you got an ultra rare blue crawdad.
Really, Michael, you just say all that?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've seen other videos where people got like millions of views for having a blue crawdad, and I was like, I didn't comment on there and tell them how to make them blue and be hateful or anything, but I just kind of laughed it off. He's molted like 3 times in my tank, and I used to think crawdads had to get out of the water and like get in the sunlight or get air for their shell to harden back up, but they don't. They just have to hang out for a few days and their shell will turn hard again. That's pretty cool. Blue cats.
They just molt whenever they want.
Hang on, baby. Yeah, they molt whenever they want. The blue cats that I had in the fish tank, they just swim around all day looking for food.
What blue cats?
It was a little while back, Kimberly. But the channel catfish that I had in there, literally on day 1, he was hand trained. He would come up to the top of the freaking tank and eat out of my fingers. I could feed him, hand feed him. And so channel catfish, it was really hard to study him for the short length of time that I had him, because he was too easy to domesticate. Flathead, I've had him for over a year now, and he's not in the slightest bit one-way domesticated at all. The blue cats, if the flathead didn't eat them, I feel like eventually they would have domesticated just like the channel catfish. But flatheads, they're like rabid raccoons. They don't domesticate, or at least in my experience, they don't domesticate. They're very nocturnal. As soon as I put on the light, he floats up. His rock's like an arch. As soon as you turn on lights, he floats to the top of that rock underneath it, on the bottom side of it, and he gets as close to cover as he can while there's light. So if you're targeting flatheads in the daylight, the best advice that I could give somebody would be you're gonna lose a lot of gear for one, but target brush piles, rock jams, rock piles, and hug the cover as tight as you can with your baits for the best possibility of catching flatheads in the daytime. Now there are rare cases where you catch them with the sun up. The flatheads I've caught this year were both like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, sun up high, but I was fishing rock piles. That being said, the blue cats, they just swam all the time. They never quit moving. They swam back and forth all day long. The largemouth bass, he just ate and ate and ate and ate and ate. If I put something in there, he ate it. He would literally save no minnows till the next day. He would gorge himself on every minnow I put in the tank. And you know, I figured like a lake scenario, or this creek for instance, there's bait everywhere. And you'd think at some point the bass would just take a break from eating, but he wouldn't. He would eat a minnow, or he would eat 5 or 6 right when I put him in there, and then he would wait for a little bit, And then as soon as his stomach could fit another minnow, he would eat another one, and then another one, and then another one. And he just did that until they were all gone every time I ever stocked minnows in there. Hey, it wasn't funny. They were like 17 cents each too. Like the bait store that's close to our house, it's like, it was closed down all winter. So I had to go to like PetSmart or something to buy them, and they were like 17 cents.
PetSmart?
Yeah, PetSmart.
Not PetMart.
Oh, PetSmart, my bad. Anyways, and they were like 17 cents a minnow.
Daddy, how long have I eaten?
Your earrings?
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe since you were 2 or 3, I don't remember.
But I'm 6 right now.
Yep. You are 6, for a fact.
I've had them in for 6 weeks.
Oh, we're getting bit there. We just got bit on this rod right here, guys. Hopefully.
I've only been alive for 6 weeks.
Then chill out for a minute. Hopefully. Hopefully this fish will take off with this. Hey baby, stop being so noisy.
Well, your cup holder stole my pop and wouldn't give it back to me. You fuck.
I guess if he ever decides to get serious, we'll know. I am going to check this bait because one of these rods got hit earlier. And I don't know which one, so I imagine the bait's gone. This one still has bait. This creek is deep, guys. It's like 19 foot deep. This one still has bait too.
Look, I caught a spider swimming bug. It's weird. Look at it. Oh God, it jumped. It jumped. Get over here.
Let's see what everybody's got to say. You're in Puerto Rico, Mike Outdoors? That's awesome.
That is a good place. Michael, even over here it's deep.
Guys, we got about, I don't know, when my phone drops down to like 50%, I'll probably cut off the live. And then if we figure out something, I'm going to charge my phone back up. And then if we get into some fish, then I'll go back live again. When I cut this live off, we're probably going to move spots. We've been here for
1,000 minutes.
64 minutes. We've been here for 64 minutes. And
Haven't caught anything.
exactly, we haven't caught anything. So we might go looking for another spot to go to and check it out and charge up the phone. And yeah, I want to try up there. I feel like, I don't know, I want to stay close to this bridge ultimately because it's going to rain at some point today, and I want to be somewhere close to this bridge. But we do have to catch a carp today. One way or another, we're going to make that happen. No, we're gonna catch a carp. You gotta be positive. We have about, let's see, we have 6 or 7 hours, guys. We got plenty of time to make this happen. Yeah, we got plenty of time, Bam Bam. There's a flat that opens up and it runs for miles in all directions. And it's usually about a foot deep, but the river's up 20 foot, so it's about 19 foot deep in that flat. Maybe a little bit deeper, maybe 20 foot. And I kind of just want to go out in it and put an anchor off the front of the boat, put an anchor off the back of the boat, and like cast fishing rods in every direction, and pretty much like have a big circle of rods, in a sense. And as long as the wind cooperates with us, I think that would be a feasible way to fish, and we might do really good fishing that way. We'd be covering a lot of water. So yeah, we might try that here in a little bit too. I might try dropping these jigs down below beneath this.
Is this part of the lake?
Yeah, kind of.
Are we allowed to be here?
Yeah, we're allowed to be here.
We're allowed to go anywhere we want on the river?
Yeah, pretty much. If we can drive to it, we can go to it.
Well, I hear carp too.
Well, they're not coming after us for fishing, I assure you that. Guys, I'm gonna try dropping these jigs down in this brush around the boat and see what happens.
I might be able to catch a bird right now. If another bird comes back here.
Put this over here off this corner of the boat. Guys, if you put a jig on your rod and reel and you hang it off the back of your boat, you can't have the bobber on there like I do. I've got the bobber just lifted off the surface about that high. Every time she moves the boat, it's gonna rock a little bit. I have caught more white bass and crappie like that, just hanging the jigs off the back of the boat like that. And they hook up themselves. They just swim up, and that jig's just sitting there dancing in the water, just ever so slightly every time she walks around the boat. And yeah, it gets me bit. So I'm gonna do that and try to get a white bass or a crappie for some extra bait.
Wait, what happened to me?
And what?
What did you say?
The jig off the back of my boat.
What are you talking about?
The jig off the back of my boat on the crappie pole camber. Every time you walk around, you know the boat moves. Mostly at Skytook Lake that happens. Mostly not here. I've never done it at this particular body of water. But Skytook, I leave it hanging off the back of the boat like that, and I tie the boat up to the bank at our campsite, and then I'll cast out my catfish poles, and then I'll leave a pole like that just hanging off the back of the boat with a crappie jig on it, and I'll come back and it'll have a white bass on it. No, we still haven't caught anything. We're about to move. I got 64% on my phone. We're gonna let it get down to 50%, I feel like that's a good spot to let it get down to before we head out of here. And a lot could happen between 63% and 50%. Sitting on my phone, so literally 1 second. That's the thing about fishing, guys, is 1 minute you cannot be catching anything, but it only takes one fish to come through and make your entire day. That's the biggest tip that I've got for anybody. Like, you know, if you're going fishing, you got to pay your dues. You got to put in your time. Especially in the state that I live in, it's not like Tennessee and Virginia and, you know, some of these other states. Now, granted, I am on a horrible river. I'm on a horrible river, guys. It's horrible in the sense that it's been flooded for 3 weeks, and so these fish have pushed up into the trees. The trees are all 10 foot underwater. I mean, not 10 foot underwater, but the water's 10 foot up higher over the levees and the banks. And so these fish have naturalized to this situation because it's been up for so high for so long. The fish are all in the woods. Well, guess where we can't take the boat? We can't go back in the woods. So we're just kind of catching what's left in here. This lake, the volume and the size of this lake has grown by at least a third due to this flood that's been here for this long. And I look for it to be this way for 3 or 4 more weeks. Now, when they start pulling the water back down, right now they've got as much going out as they've got coming in. So, all that being said, it's going to stay this way for a while until it quits flooding up north. And it doesn't help that we're getting 2 more inches of rain today. So it's going to be a battle. But we've got 2 more weeks of fishing this river, guys.
It'll be 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks of fishing this river.
Which that's kind of exciting.
It is exciting. We get to go back to our home river where we've got spots where we know we can go and catch big fish. We got spots where we know we can go and catch numbers of fish. And it's been a long time. It's been a year since I fished my favorite spot. And so yeah, we'll get to go fish my favorite spot, and we're gonna go catch some big fish. Big blue cats.
Exactly.
I'm talking about the 40-pound.
Exactly.
I've never caught more 30 and 40-pound fish in my life consecutively within the same hour as the spot that we're going to be going to here shortly. Like I said, we got 2 more weeks here, guys. The spawn is coming to a head. The catfish are starting to get back out. We may end up fishing. I got a video dropping at 1:30 today. We caught about a 20-pounder yesterday. We caught some other fish too, but that was our first good fish in 3 weeks. But if you guys fish for catfish very much, you know during the spawn it can be murder trying to catch fish. Ow, what the hell is biting me? There's a little fly over here and it was biting the crap out of me. Give me that bug spray, Camry. Never mind, I got it. I don't even know what kind of fly that was. Oh, he's back on my foot again. I'll just spray him. I tried to spray him.
He ran away.
I don't know why he won't leave my freaking foot alone. But anyways, guys, we're about to be in a really prime time river. And we're going to catch giants. We're going to catch quantity and quality.
Dad, what color is your skin?
Tan.
Mine's white.
I know.
Mine white right here.
Yep.
And that's where you got tattoo removed. I can already tell that.
Where?
Right there.
You're silly girl. I ain't got no tattoo removed.
There it is. You got one removed right there.
Come on, fish.
They won't come on.
I know it.
Fly's back.
Is he?
Right there.
Is he on me?
He was on you. He was on your other foot. Now he's right there on the pool.
If we could have got a channel cat here, that'd have been freaking cool.
And
Or the carp we were after, one or the other, that'd have been cool. Amber, I guess we're not very good carp fishermen, are we?
Channel cat.
Channel cat?
Why did you turn my camera off?
Cuz.
You didn't deserve that.
Guys, we're gonna try something else
Ow.
real quick.
Fly bit me. Ow. Oh, it keeps biting. Get away.
We're gonna take this artificial corn off of here.
When's the artificial one?
And we're gonna put on real corn. And we're gonna see if that makes a difference. So it'll be like kind of like a contest. Now, sit down, baby. Sit down. Sit down back there.
The flies are back. They're flying around.
I know, that feeling.
They're biting me.
Alright, you go to my spot. That's where I said that. Alright, guys.
We're moving.
So now we have artificial corn against real corn. We might refreshen our chum out there. Just to get them going, guys.
I'm here too.
I see you. Here too?
My name is here too.
Yeah.
Why don't the fishies artificial corn?
I don't know, baby. It's our first time trying this corn. We don't really know much about it.
I won't pick.
You want to smell it again?
No, I don't.
It smells like vanilla. It smells weird. I don't even know how to explain it. Like vanilla and something else. Let's see if it has the ingredients. I know it doesn't. I already read everything on the package to you guys earlier.
I didn't hear you reading it earlier.
The baits are molded of reality insects with high quality materials and craftsmanship. Let fishers can more easier to use baits. Do wiggle or twitch skills outstanding. It doesn't really make sense, but that's okay.
No, cute. Aren't cute at all.
Well, that's what it says, baby.
Ew.
I don't know what to tell you.
Ew.
Yep.
The fly eating it.
Throw it off the boat. All three of them.
I know. Maybe the fish will come next.
Maybe.
But
Throw it. Throw the last one.
oh.
Ew.
Right into the grass. We're probably gonna catch one on the Hellcat right now.
You think so?
And I think you caught a stick on your white pole.
That's all right. Yeah, we're about to bounce out, guys. I appreciate everybody for hanging in there. But me and Bam Bam are gonna go
somewhere else.
Yeah, we're gonna go somewhere else. There's another
Where'd
bridge
the corn
downriver.
go?
If we get into some fish, we'll go back live again.
Where
But I
did
appreciate
the corn go?
everybody for tuning in. Guys, we're out, y'all. Have a good one. Stay blessed.
Where did Tony go? He's missing.